Hey, good afternoon. Okay, we're going to do this again. Of course, this is pre-recorded. I'll put it back up on Thursday. We have our shop supervisor with us today. Get up here. Oh my gosh, she's fat and heavy. Yes, this is Izzy. She's like 15. Say hey. She's our shop supervisor. She doesn't really do a good job, if you ask me. I'm not going to be able to use my granite cubes today. Something happened. I don't know. This was in the freezer, and I don't know where all that water came from. But I put a little whiskey in it, hoping that it would thaw out the edges. This glass is going to have to get shattered anyway, but whatever. Today, I've got a couple little different liqueurs because this, of course, is going to have to morph into something other than a Little Debbie session. I don't know, maybe some different trials of different things. Pat sent me a photograph because I didn't understand what he was saying when he said, oh yeah, the Sprite Zero is the bomb. And then he said, I'm drinking the Zero. And I was like, what in the hell are you talking about? And he sent me a picture of Sprite Zero, and it's got ginger in it. It's a ginger Sprite Zero. And the best I could find is this stuff. It's a Zevia ginger ale, 0 calories, 0 sugar. So I'm going to try this. I'd like it to be Sprite, but this will have to do. But before I get crazy with that, I don't want to forget the shirt. This is a call sign. It's a brewery in North Kansas City. My buddy Steve, I'm sure he's watching. Love you, man, and all you do. It's a brewery that was kind of founded to honor veterans, fallen veterans, namely the ones that have died in aircraft mishaps. You know, things happen and planes go down, choppers go down, things fail. But he's with the, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but U.S. Army Air Reserves. He's flight engineer out of St. Joe. And I see those guys flying all the time when I'm headed towards Hiawatha or Falls City or someplace up in the middle of nowhere. But either way, I wanted to pour a drink with the Zevia. And I'll give you a little tip on pouring a drink if you find time to get you a Snoopy mug. We'll do the 2-liner today. It's just a shop drink, not a camping drink, because I still have to work on this little red MG. It's almost done, but until it is, you know the deal. So I'll watch while I pour it here. We'll do a 2-liner right there. See how easy that is? Maybe a little more. Yeah, there. Is that better? That's better. It's above the line. And the one with the handle. Okay? Very important. I forgot to add ice, though. Generous amount of ice. It's got to stay cold. The water actually helps the bourbon, but we'll try it with the granite cubes when they thaw out. That's kind of sad. Hopefully nobody's mad at me for the glass breaking. But those glasses actually came in a little box with the granite cubes. So probably made in China, just guessing. So you see, one can is almost right on the money for closing the lid. Boom, perfect drink. Oh, stir it up. I know, just because you add the bourbon first and pour it in doesn't mean it mixes itself. All right. Yeah, that ginger is good. That is really good. Adds a kind of a different element to the drink. but I'm missing my Sprite. This is different, so just got to deal with it. I have a couple pieces of ice. This is my other glass. This won't break. Plenty thick. So, and it's got lines. Look at that. So these will be one-liners. 2, is that enough? 3, yeah, fine. Okay, today's treat. What are we gonna do first? Okay, we'll do the standard, and we'll come back to the Kahlua another day, because it's a staple for morning drinks. There's something I'm gonna make that's, I guess it'll be alcoholic when I'm done, but not meant to be. But we'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let me get a little pour here. One-liner, yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, Kahlua coffee drink. There was actually some that was Kahlua Premium, maybe. I swear to you, it was 70% by volume. And of course, this is 20% by volume. So you can only imagine. That's like the kind of stuff you put a couple drops into an entire pot of coffee and you got your Kahlua coffee. I don't know how you would mix it with ice cream, because you'd have to have like a bucket of ice cream to mix that premium stuff with. Anyway, let's get started. We might cover some funny stories. Hoping to entertain you today, because I got to see some good stuff. I caught Joe Walsh, did some work with some other folks. I think Chris Robinson. Never party with that guy. Very dangerous. And then some other folks mixed in there. But anyway, it was a good tune. I enjoyed it. But really today I caught that, well, anyway, Grace Potter and the Nocturnals. Well, it wasn't really the Nocturnals. It was just 3 of them. But caught that. It's like a Monday evening show that they do. Really acted like they had fun, and it was an enjoyable deal that had some laughs and some really good music. I don't know that I've ever listened to the Big White Gate, but I would recommend it. It's just some of the songs he writes, most of them are sappy, but they will definitely pull on your heartstrings for sure. But again, it's wonderful entertainment. Let's try this. We've got an oatmeal cream pie. We have Kahlua. Let's do this right this time. Uh-oh, already making a mess. Should I do this? Yeah, no, not going to do that. Hey, that is good. Oh, yeah. That is super good. Okay, I think we found something, people. I think we have found something. Hang on. It's not that strong, just straight. But when you add that oatmeal cream pie, man, that rocks. That really rocks. I'm going to do another one. I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to have a little extra to drink tonight. I got lunch at 2. But kind of a late start because my truck was in the shop, so whatever. I got to have another shot of that. That is good. I can't believe how wonderful that turned out. It's nice that before I run out of shit to mix it with, I found something that was really good. Oh my. Yep. That's got it. Okay. I'll rinse my palate with the bourbon. It's fine. I'm not gonna go out of frame just to get some water. Yeah, I'm missing the Sprite. I tried, I looked. I couldn't find anything. Of course, Hy-Vee has a terrible selection of carbonated beverages. Oopsie. My ice is melting fast. I might have to go get more, but it'll be after all this is done. I'm gonna make it last, make it work. Okay, the Nutty Buddies. We're gonna try this, the peanut butter stuff with the Kahlua, and it's Kahlua vanilla. You can see it on the bottom. And I don't know if that's original or not, just whatever. I'm not gonna buy them all because they're just too pricey. Come on. Get your shit straight. That's not bad. Like, you know, I'm not a peanut butter guy. So we'll give it a shot here. Hang on. That turned out really well. I'm going to document this because I don't want to jack it up. Let me finish up here. I got to wrap this up with the zebra cake. I'll say this is going to have to change because every time I do this, I feel like I gain another 5 pounds. And, you know, I got to be able to fit into certain cars, you know. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. More Kahlua. I never was a Kahlua fan when I was younger, but I don't know. I never really tried it with much. This is definitely adventure, though. This is an adventure. Because I like Little Debbie's and like some booze. I mean, not a lot, but yeah, this is working out. This is working out. Yeah, that's okay too. That's okay too. All right, let's get this filled out. I got my board behind me. Oh my goodness. All right. Kahlua. With the oatmeal cream pie, I'm gonna give that like what? Is that an 8 maybe? I think that's an 8. I'll chart all this out when I'm done. The Nutty Buddies, I'm gonna say probably a 5. Okay, fine, 6 for all the peanut butter lovers in the world. Zebra cakes, that gets a 5. There. Now it's all fair. Don't make fun of my writing if you can see it. I know, it's terrible, but I was not a teacher, so I can write when I'm looking at it this way, but when I'm backwards like that, you know, it's just a mess. Like a teacher trying to write on a chalkboard, I suppose. Okay, the Kahlua was good. I'm going to have more of that, but that'll be another day. I'll cover something different because we're going to take a step away from the zebra cakes. There's only so much you can do before it just runs out. So today may be the last day of the Little Debbie's. And did I say zebra cakes? Because it's more than just zebra cakes, right? All right, I found this because I don't want to buy an entire liquor cabinet full of shit. So I got this. Bailey's Irish Cream Minis. Don't put carbonated beverages with these, because if they are like the horchata or the rum chata that I had last week, I wanted to get rid of it. Dad's like, "Oh yeah, that's good." I was like, "Well, okay, I'll just pour some, like quite a bit in a cup because I want to get rid of it. I don't want it sitting around all day because it is a dairy product." And I know better. I'm sure we all do, but I wanted to dial it down because it just tastes like shit. I don't like it. Some people probably do, but again, not a rum drinker. But I wanted to dial it down, so I dumped a can of Sprite in it, and it turned into some weird looking foamy ice creamish beverage slushy something. I don't know. It was very strange, but when you add carbonation to milk, it really screws up the texture and everything. I mean, it's like a bubbly cottage cheese, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this is original Bailey's Irish Cream stuff. Damn it, I have to step out of frame. I have to get some water in here and wash that out. Apologies. Which is another Grace Potter song. Very good tune. Who else? I have not seen anything out of J.J. Grey. That guy really has some talent. I enjoy listening to him. I saw the stuff from the Blue Note, but I can't remember the name of the folks. Excuse me. But still enjoyable. Two different couples. I don't know if they were man and wife, brother, sister, who knows, whatever. Kind of a Jack White thing maybe. But very entertaining, enjoyed it. Passing it on because it's just, people do it. And of course, always ask for donations, but regardless, it's free entertainment and it's appreciated. Just that's the main thing, is that when somebody offers something or puts it out there just for free, I feel it's necessary most times to display some sort of appreciation. And this is mine. Thank you. I guess Little Richard's gone. That guy was just awesome. Amazing. Enjoyed all the stuff he did. It was pretty awesome. He was a performer, sometimes outlandish, very, very flamboyant. And when you watch Elton John, you kind of figure out where he got his stuff from after seeing some of Little Richard's older stuff. You're like, oh, now I know where Elton John got it. But, regardless of his lifestyle, which, it is what it is. But still a wonderful performer. Just amazing amount of talent there, and really enjoyed it. And everybody did their little tribute to Little Richard. And again, free. So wonderful, wonderful. We're moving on to this Bailey's Irish Cream with the oatmeal cream pie. It's all right. It's a little different, dairy, nevertheless. Oh, not as good. Not as good. Time to break out the glasses. We're going to read a little bit on this before I move on. Yeah, we know it's a product of Ireland. Drink over ice or straight from the fridge, but definitely on the sofa. There's no sofa here. there's no sofa in the shop. Very sorry. Colored with caramel. I don't know. I'm going to have to Google it. Iowa, 5 cents. Vermont, 15 cents. For this. Is this plastic? This is plastic. 15 cents in Vermont, guys. Okay. Somebody get a truck. Somebody go rent a Ryder truck. We're going to Vermont. I'm going to say it was 5 years ago. It was the first year we took the MG on a trip with that rotary engine in it. And yes, I hear you. We were in this place south of Lexington, Kentucky, down in the Daniel Boone National Forest. Is that right? I think it's right. Anyway, they have a natural bridge there, and we rented a little place, and it was really neat because you'd stay in the house like here, and then, I don't know, it was maybe 20 yards, maybe, over to this cliff, and it hung over, and we were like down here under the cliff. So we're out there, got the fire going, drinking, whatever, and rain's coming down, just the neatest environment, the neatest setting you could imagine, and having a good time. And I'm drinking that Angry Orchard, and I looked at it, and we were pretty well half drunk, and I said, we can get 25 cents for this bottle in Michigan. Well, she's over there goofing around on her phone and looked up a story on the internet, and it had just happened. This was in April of 2016, maybe, and it had just happened in like November of 2015. There was a guy that got like a Ryder truck or a U-Haul truck. I don't know. I don't know if he owned it or he rented it or what was going on, but he got this truck. It was a box truck, and he filled it full of bottles from front to back, full of bottles. And he was driving from Ohio to Michigan. He got pulled over. They figured out what he was doing, arrested him, impounded the vehicle, took all of the glass, and I think fined him $75,000. And I think they kept the freaking truck. I don't know how it turned out, but he lost bad, really bad. So just a heads up, I guess it was on Seinfeld, do not pull the gig. Do not. And if you're thinking about it, just forget it. It's not worth it. But that is tempting, this little glass bottle or this little plastic bottle to be worth 15 cents in Vermont. It kind of makes you want to drive to Vermont with a box truck full of those. I don't get it. I don't know what makes them so desirable to the state of Vermont. Okay, nutty buddies. Goodness. Oh. It's got a little more bite to it. That was actually better than the oatmeal cream pie. I better rinse my palate a little bit. Check the glass. Shit. This is not working. Oh boy. Okay. We're going to move on to the zebra cakes. And that's going to be all. I will try that in the stuff I'm going to make like next week or something with the Kahlua. Do kind of like that, but with something different than other than Little Debbie's. Not saying that I don't love Little Debbie's, but this is getting absurd. But it's fun. Drink with me. Drink with me. Go buy you some Baileys and watch the video and follow along. Oh shit, I didn't have a zebra cake. It's warming my belly a little bit, kind of like brandy. Somebody's coming down the road. It's probably Dad. Nope. Trash truck. Not mine. That Bailey's doesn't taste real good. I did that in the wrong order too. Sorry about that. Oh. Okay, we're gonna put that up. But yeah, these little guys. It was $10 for this, which is not a whole lot of volume for the amount you got to pay. I think they're 3-ounce bottles. Is that right? 100 mils. I don't know how many that converts to, but yeah, tiny bottles. They're not a shooter, but still, that was $10. But the next one, I'll show you, they were $10 for the 3 of them. Well, I'm wrong, $6 for the 3 of them, but still, the smaller you get on the bottles, the more money you lose out on. But again, I'm not doing this to fill my liquor cabinet. And I know that, you know, when entertainers go out, especially to a bar, you know, and you travel 100 miles or 150 miles to go to a bar, and it feels like when you're done, you're not making any money. It's just chump change because they just pay enough to get you there and back, and you're just there to try to, you know, gain a fan base. That's a sacrifice, and that's just not once or twice, you know. That's sometimes all the damn time. Sometimes every month, or sometimes for some folks it's every week. But usually those folks that are at the same place, you know, every week, and they don't care about the fan base. That's just they're out there. That's their hobby. But when, you know, artists are really working, they're definitely sacrificing a lot to live that dream, I guess you could say. There's a lot of sacrifice that goes along with it. But we'll get down the road here to the final. No. Okay, I screwed up. I'll admit it. I screwed up. They had all the shit in the same pile. Okay, so I'll show you what the real one is, and I'm just gonna have to make it work, I guess. Which I'm not saying I don't like the others, but it doesn't go. It's not right. But we're doing this right here. This is a butterscotch De Kuyper, and I bought shooters because they're $2 a piece. Because I wasn't gonna spend $20 for a effing bottle of butterscotch schnapps because I don't drink it. But butter shots. It's a butterscotch schnapps, which I've had before in the past. I know exactly what it tastes like, but I've gonna try it with the Little Debbie products. But the other two that I bought are not butterscotch. They're both identical, and they're cinnamon. And I am not going to drink that shit with Little Debbie's. I like schnapps. As a matter of fact, I'm a firm believer in Rumpelminze. And if you don't know what that is, it's 100 proof peppermint schnapps. It's a wonderful beverage. The only thing about schnapps is it's got so much sugar in it that, you know, you get the coating on your teeth, and Ugh, but still really, really good. The peppermint, and of course this, if I can even read the label, I'm pretty sure is probably 25% or 30%. Oh, hell, not even that. 15% by volume. I mean, that's not, I don't even know why you put that in a shooter. I guess for a mixer. It's a shooter mixer, I guess. So when you go on the airplane, you put that in your coffee. But, and that's a good idea. Maybe, gosh, I don't want to give you a spoiler, but, maybe when I do the next one, maybe I'll get some butterscotch. But not the hot damn. That's something you just, and I don't even know if that shit will stay in the freezer without freezing. 15% alcohol by volume. There's a fine point there that, your alcoholic beverage will freeze. If it doesn't have enough alcohol in it, like beer will freeze 6% by volume, sure, no problems. But I don't know about 15. Wine, you have to mix it up and it'll freeze. I want to make eventually some wine ice cubes or even a block, because we have this ice shaver that a friend of Sherry's gave it to her, and it makes like a snow cone. It's got a chute at this end. Don't put your finger in it. It's razor sharp. It's got 3 large chopper razor blades in it. And I want to put that frozen ice block into the chute. And, of course, you have a pusher. You push it down there and it shaves it. And then you got shaved ice. I mean, people have the wine slushies. Well, this is actually like a wine snow cone. And if you like snow cones, you know that there's a difference between like a snow cone and a slushie. Major, major difference. Let's see. I need to put a little water in this and wash this out. I'm not throwing it on my floor. And I don't know that I suppose I could put a little ice in it. We'll see. Okay. Let me see what I got. Yeah. Not going to hurt anything. Okay. Now we're going to have to be real careful with this. If I like it, it's just going to be sip. Because I only got, well, a little over a line worth. Smells good. Okay, this is it. This is the last hurrah. I think I'm going to be done with Little Debbie's. But it's been fun. It's been fun. And I'll try to move it on and do something different next week if it's entertaining. I've gotten a few comments, but put some more in and give me some suggestions. I may have to have you send me some ginger Sprite because I can't find it. I cannot find it. All right, here we go. Participating grocery stores only. That translates loosely to my language, bullshit. No. That's a no. But I think at this point, Kahlua is the clear winner by a long shot. A landslide victory for the Kahlua. But I'm not going to call it yet. It's just not fair to De Kuyper to call it before we do the Nutty Buddies and the Zebra Cakes. Still terrible. I don't know. Just not there. Not doing it. Oh, goodness. All right. This is the last one here. I'm going to have to go on a major diet after all this is said and done, because I've got my spare tire really going on now. One of these days I will finish this engine, and I'll have to climb back in the car. And I don't mind climbing in, but when you get stuck, that's a real problem. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it was the end of the game there. But that was actually about a 6 with the zebra cake. I finally found something that actually goes with the zebra cake, and that'd be the butterscotch. And it doesn't have to be alcoholic beverages. You could mix your zebra cakes with butterscotch pudding. And at this point, doing all this, that would actually work out. You know, it's I guess, proven at this point. The numbers won't lie. We'll do, what was that other one? Bailey's Irish Cream? Bailey's. Yeah, that was terrible. That was a no across the board. Okay, and the Kuiper, butterscotch. Do I put just BS or just B Scotch? Scotch. Butters, Scotch. Was that on? Help me out. Help me out. Colorado. South Park. I found South Park. It's in Denver. The southwest corner of Denver, there's a small, maybe neighborhood. It's called South Park. But anyway, yeah, Butters. Was his name Butters Scotch? I don't remember, but I think that's right. Anyway, the butterscotch schnapps, we had a no. I'm not even going to rate it. With the Nutty Buddy, what did I say? Is that a 5? Or did I just say no? I'm going to give it a 4 since I can't remember. And the zebra cake, I think, was probably, I got a 4 and a 5, and the rest of them are like all no's or hell no's. So I'm going to give it like probably a 7. Okay, there's a 7. So the clear winner for the zebra cakes is the butterscotch schnapps. Surprisingly, a butterscotch schnapps. Now, the Nutty Buddy is tied from the spiced rum mixer. Between the spiced rum mixer and the Kahlua is pretty much a tie. I need to box that in instead of circling it. Oh dear. And then we've got the Kahlua as the clear winner. Whoops, I'll box it in down here too for the Nutty Buddies. Clear winner for the oatmeal cream pie is Kahlua, which I'm going to say just coffee liqueur. God, you have to get my stuff. I just don't know that it says, but I'm pretty sure Kahlua is coffee liqueur. Now this is vanilla, created for cocktails. I don't give a shit. And then they tell you the story in New York. Okay, the furthest place in the United States from Hawaii. New York. New York. I don't get it. You would think that this would be, from Hawaii. Boom, Kahlua. It's got all the arts on it and the flower. I don't even know what that is, but I'll bet it's the state flower of Hawaii. What do you want to bet? Well, anyway, I'm going to call it a coffee liqueur. And that went best with the oatmeal cream pie, which we will cross paths again, I suppose. But I really need to lay off of these Little Debbies because they're getting too much. But for now, I need to focus on getting back to work. We still have a wrench turner gearhead video and back to work fixing the MG. Hopefully it's going. We've got the fuel tank in and radiator in, all the good stuff. So we're ready to drive it, I think. Real close. But maybe we'll include it next time. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it shows some amount of appreciation, because we all love the artists and entertainers that do so much for us in different ways than actually, digging ditches or serving us food. It's a different environment, and it's always positive. So we thank you very, very much. Have a good week.